you are in the middle of a reflux flare and it feels like your chest and throat are on fire and like you'll never eat normal food again, I feel for you, and I have been there. I lived it. Today, we are hitting that reset button. I am going to be your guide through a 14-day acid reflux reset designed to calm inflammation and give your esophagus, your throat, your gut a vacation. We are going to layer one clinical strategy every single day for the next 2 weeks to get you back to baseline and jumpstart your acid reflux healing journey. Before we start our daily habit stack, we need to lay the foundation. For the next 14 days, you are going to be following the 3-2-1 rule. 3 stands for at least 3 balanced meals a day. For some people, you may be eating 4 to 5 times a day, maybe even 6 times a day, but at least 3 balanced meals. We really want to adopt this small, frequent meal pattern so that you are supporting reflux prevention. Number 2, no eating at least 2 hours before bed. We ideally are going to nourish your body throughout the day with this small, frequent meal pattern so that you don't need to eat before bed. No food 2 hours before bed. And then 1 stands for trying to just limit to 1 reflux trigger a day. The reason I say this is because it's really hard to say 0 reflux triggers. Sometimes a little bit of lemon sneaks into something. Maybe you want to have a cup of coffee, but try to limit it to 1 reflux trigger per day. And what I mean by that is the reflux food and beverage triggers. So things like really spicy foods, acidic beverages, coffee, soda, alcohol, mint, chocolate. Really try to limit this to just maybe 1 per day and trying to limit the amount that you have it in. If you are already eliminating these triggers and you're not eating any of these, you don't need to add 1, but we're just trying to be realistic here with our life so that you achieve this 14-day reset. Remember, this is not permanent. This is our esophagus vacation. Okay, so this is our foundation now. Let's layer on the daily work. Day 1 starts in the kitchen. I am a firm believer that the way you start your morning could be one of the most powerful shifts that you do for your gut health and reflux prevention. So I mentioned reducing triggers. This might look different for different people. Maybe you're doing decaf coffee in the morning now, or maybe if your reflux is really severe, it can be useful to temporarily swap out coffee for a reflux-friendly coffee alternative like Kamana. Kamana is an incredible mesquite blend. It's acid-free. There's also options like Ticino or dandelion root or chicory coffee. These can be alternatives that can work well in this reset. So choose what is realistic for you. Maybe it's half calf, maybe it's decaf, or maybe it's Kamana. But as always, if you're having caffeine, please, please, please have it with food. Have a little something with it. I'm having here some banana and cottage cheese, a little cereal. Something in your stomach with caffeine is super important. So day 1, we are resetting that morning routine, making sure it is reflux friendly and safe for you right now. Just checking in. Are you still doing the small frequent meals? Great. Welcome to day 2, and day 2 we are focusing all about our mealtime mindfulness. This is chewing really well at your mealtimes. This is really going to help prevent reflux because your stomach doesn't have teeth, and so chewing very well helps things with downward motility and being digested much, much easier. So make sure you are chewing to applesauce consistency. You don't have to count. It doesn't have to be excessive, but try to chew well. Slowing down your meal times is extremely helpful so that you don't get a traffic jam in your stomach and provoke reflux. Lunch today is a ground turkey bowl with kale, some cottage cheese, sesame seeds, and ground turkey. Welcome to day 3, and tonight you start sleeping on your left side because this is the optimal position to prevent reflux from moving into the esophagus. Preventing nocturnal reflux is also really key because we don't necessarily know when it's happening at night, so this is super important. Welcome to day 4, my friends. You're doing an amazing, amazing job. Today, I want you to try to take a 5 or 10 minute walk after one of your meals. Walking after a meal is an incredible way to prevent reflux, support motility and digestion. Plus, it's a great stress reliever. Keep going, you got this. Welcome to day 5. Day 5 is all about fats. So one sneaky thing that can cause reflux is just too much fat at a meal. So I'm going to show you one of my secret weapons in terms of making sure you're not getting too much fat, and that is avocado oil spray. Not only this is a great oil because it has a high smoke point, so you're not going to be getting rancid oxidized oils, it's a wonderful oil in this form to spray it on your food or your pan so that you don't get too much fat at one meal. Excess fat can loosen the lower esophageal sphincter, so just being mindful about fats can go a long way. Welcome to day 6. We are chatting diaphragmatic breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing is an evidence-based way to prevent reflux because it can help support the tone of the lower esophageal sphincter. So diaphragmatic breathing, all you need to do is place one hand on your belly, one hand on your stomach. This is just practice. You don't need to do it while you're doing the breath, but you should feel your belly expand on the inhale, rib cage expands a little bit, and then exhale, belly deflates, rib cage deflates a little bit as well. Breathing in, think about your belly as like a balloon here. Rib cage expands and let it go. Simple 5 deep breaths after your meals helps prevent reflux. Really helpful. Day 7 is all about soluble fiber. Soluble fiber can help to bind to excess acid as well as to support motility and digestive health. So my recommendation is to have a couple things prepped for the week. Got some sweet potatoes here. Bonus, when you cook and cool sweet potatoes, you actually create resistant starch, which is excellent for supporting your gut health. So make some sweet potatoes or have some banana or oats. Some source of soluble fiber in your meals is going to help with reflux. If you are watching, you have made it to day 8, and I am so proud of you. If you're feeling overwhelmed, take a deep breath. You've totally got this. Keep going. So day 8, we're talking about posture. If you are slouching and crumpled up after a meal, this is inhibiting how your lower esophageal sphincter muscle can work to prevent reflux. So have good, nice, tall posture when you're eating and after. This is extremely important, especially if you have a hiatal hernia. Maybe you stand after lunch when you're working if you have a standing desk, or just be mindful of posture. Put a little post-it note on your desk to remind you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Day 9, and I'm going to share with you a tip that so many of my clients have told me changed their life when it comes to reflux, and this is stop drinking so much water with your meals. Drink water about 20 minutes before, 20 minutes after your meals. Sip, sip, sip throughout the day. In between your meals, avoid more than 8 ounces during your meals to help prevent overloading your stomach with fluid and triggering reflux. If you are learning something in this video and these tips are helping your acid reflux, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It really helps me continue to provide free reflux support. Plus, you'll be joining an amazing community that loves to support each other in the comments of this video. Welcome to day 10. Sleep can be one of the trickiest times when it comes to reflux, and also some of the most triggering times. A lot of people are having nocturnal reflux, which impacts their reflux the next day. So I want you to consider a wedge pillow, 5 to 7 inches of elevation. This is the Medcline pillow, where you can slide your arm through the bottom, but you can also get one on Amazon that's going to be a little bit less expensive. I will put the link for the Medcline pillow down below. Elevation is really key though. We want to make sure that you are working on this reflux prevention at night. Day 11, you guys are absolutely crushing it. Let's chat snacks. Snacks can be sometimes the downfall, where we choose things that maybe aren't going to support our health and support reducing inflammation. So I want you to think about lower acid fruits for your snack. Things like apples, bananas, melons. It's going to be a great way to add antioxidants to help reduce inflammation, keep you full, satisfied, but also not triggering reflux. Some fruits might be a little acidic for those with reflux, like pineapple, kiwi, citrus fruits. So let's think lower acid fruits to support your gut health. Day 12 is all about how reflux can be a physical manifestation of stress and anxiety. And we're never going to be able to completely get rid of stress and anxiety. That's not the goal. It's to have systems and habits in our life that help us manage stress and anxiety. So what a lot of our clients love to do is something called nervous system snacks. And these are just quick 30-second to maybe a few minutes break to help you manage stress during the day. So try to incorporate one of these to help you breathe, slow down, and connect back to a calm internal state, which will help you shift into rest and digest and prevent reflux. I have some free meditations and yoga classes on my channel, so don't forget to check out those. Day 13, we are going to layer on a little bit of a supplement cabinet refresh with 2 items that I think are pivotal when you're in a reflux healing journey. The first one is an alginate. Alginates are excellent because they create a gel raft at the top of the stomach to physically prevent reflux. This is Reflux Raft, my go-to alginate. The second thing I recommend that you have for your reflux reset is some kind of slippery elm supplement. Slippery elm is extremely soothing and healing for the throat, esophagus, and stomach lining. This is Sequoia Soothe, the slippery elm blend that I created with the same ingredients that we use with our clients that helped me heal from GERD. It has been out of stock, so if it is currently out of stock, you can sign up for when it restocks for early access. But if it's in stock, be sure to grab some and add this into your routine in a little bit of hot water. You can add a little bit of honey. There are no added sweeteners, so you can add a little bit of honey and sip this in your morning routine. All right, you're almost there. Keep going. You have made it to day 14, and the last piece of this 14-day reflux reset that I want you to absorb is a mindset shift. The mindset that no matter how long you've had symptoms, no matter how bad it can feel, you can always make progress. There's always a path towards relief, and these simple shifts can really make a massive difference in allowing inflammation to reduce and helping you to heal. So if you enjoyed this video, leave me a comment. I try to respond to each and every single one. Subscribe to this page to join this community. And thank you so much for your support. See you in the next video.